Like she said, my name is John Bueno, and this is what I look like. So my bad. It's my bad. I know you guys are thinking, how can someone be so big and so small at the same time? Something I deal with all the time, you guys. No, I figured out what I look like the other day. I look like if you just fed Al-Qaeda hot dogs for the past 15 years. Just the whole duration of the war on terror, you guys. Hebrew nationals constantly. I'm really just saying, like, if John Mayer's theoretical girlfriend's body is a wonderland, mine's more like the floor of an Arby's. But I do okay, you guys. But I did wear my best Goodwill shirt for the event tonight, you guys. Thank you. Yeah, that's a nice response. No, I really like the Goodwill. I feel like the Goodwill, their clothes are just the same as any other stores once you get all the piss stains out of them, you know? Obviously you guys like shopping at the Goodwill. I've been going to the Goodwill for probably 15 years now. And I think it's really cool when you're starting out in life to go to the Goodwill because you get to, get things at a reasonable price and stuff like that. What's not cool, I found out, is being damn near 30 and having a slightly irregular Who Farted t-shirt in the children's book section for 50% off Saturday. I did that joke a couple weeks ago, and there's a lady who came up to me afterwards. She's like, 50% off Saturday is actually the art, so I think you should change your joke. So here I go, I'm gonna change my joke, you guys. I love shopping at Goodwill, especially when I'm a teenager, blah, 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 blah. What I found out I don't like, however, is telling a totally kick-ass Goodwill joke and then having some bitch Monday morning quarterback it afterwards. What do I know? Guys, let's keep it real here. I read this in the New England Journal of Medicine, okay? Actually, it was Maxim. I read this in Maxim. I read that if a woman is attracted to a man, then she'll speak to him in a higher pitched tone of voice, and this is hard science, okay? Which is really cool, and I feel like it explained a lot to me. It explained why every girl I've ever talked to in my entire life always sounds like James Earl Jones. Because if we're trying to talk to a girl, you're like, would you like to go, maybe go get a cup of coffee, or I'm just going through some shit right now. Shit. No, I just want to maybe go grab a drink, talk. I just think we'd be better off as friends. No? Nobody else? Okay. I don't have to worry about that kind of shit anymore, you guys. I got married recently. That's enough. That's all that. It doesn't really require that much, you guys. It's not that fun. No, I like being married, though. I feel like I've learned a lot. I learned that I'm probably a 36C. Daddy's got curves. It's not. It's okay. No, I like that you guys are over there. It's weird. No, I really do like being married, though. I feel like I've learned a lot. I feel like I've learned how to be more kind, and how to be more compassionate, and how to be more caring. I've also learned how to masturbate really quietly in bed. Anybody else out there? If you're married, you just nod your head. It's okay. No, it's not that bad of a deal having to do that. But every now and then when you do it, you end up looking at the cat while you do. Which makes it really hard to finish, you guys. Not impossible, just really hard to finish. It's nice to do this in a nice art space every now and again. We do this shit a lot in bars. And I'm in bars way too often. And here's 2 reasons I know I'm in bars way too often. Number one is I was running an open mic at a place that has since closed down on Union. And I don't want to put the place on blast because they closed. So we'll just call it Gills Do Coke in the Alley Later. Is it Gills Do Coke in the Alley Later? In their bathrooms, they had 3 urinals. And in the middle urinal, there was a sticker in it that said Barack Obama official urinal target with a picture of his face on it. Which I thought was kind of messed up, man. He's my commander-in-chief, and I take that kind of stuff seriously, you know what I mean? Until I thought about it, he's also the guy that gave us the NSA and drones and more war and stuff like that. So I did what I think any patriotic American would do, and I took a shit in that urinal. for America, you guys. It wasn't for me. Here's another reason I'm in bars way too often. And you guys can take this later if you end up at a bar. I can predict, I've found out, with 100% accuracy, based on what the person you're trying to hook up with puts on the jukebox, how your evening's gonna go. Here it goes. We'll start off with the ladies. Or no, we'll start with the dudes. Dudes, if she puts on anything by Mariah Carey, you got a really classy dame on your hands who's gonna make you wait. She's gonna make you wait until her husband leaves for work. And she's gonna grind your junk all morning. Stupid joke, you guys. Ladies, if he puts on basically anything by Guns N' Roses, I'd watch out because you already put that roofie in your drink. We'll go back to the ladies again. Ladies, if he puts on Night Moves by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, congrats, you're hanging out with the person that has the biggest dick in the room. And fellas, if she puts on Night Moves by Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, it's actually the same thing. Massive dick. I'm gonna get out of here with this one, guys. You guys have been a lot of fun. I ran into an ex recently, and I didn't run into her like in real life. I ran into her on the Facebook tab, People You May Know. You guys ever see that tab on Facebook? Which I feel like is really misleading. And they shouldn't call it People You Know. They should call it People You Thought You Knew, until you found out they were blowing everybody at the King Soopers deli they work at. Oh, what do I know? I can't make that judgment call. It's a Mark Zuckerberg thing, not me. No, and I was going to stop here. Let's be honest here. I was going to stop here. And to do so, I had to create a Match.com profile because she's still single. Am I right, you guys? I won that one. So I had to create a Match.com profile to do so. If you guys have never done it, it's horrifying. But when you do it, you have to put all these things in that you like and dislike about a person and what you're looking to find with a person. So I answered it honestly, or so I thought. And here's what it asked me, or here's what I told it. I told it I wanted to find someone that was fresh and interesting, you know? And I like him with a little meat on him, let's be honest. And I like him with a nice set of buns. And I like people who don't cut corners. And then it took me a second to realize that I was just trying to have sex with Dave Thomas from Wendy's. Don't get ahead of me now. If you guys are wondering how my ex-girlfriend is doing, I actually just made all of that up to say into a microphone that I wanted to fuck Dave Thomas from Wendy's. I'm John Rodriguez. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Let's give it up for.
I mean, it's rough. Valentine's Day is coming up. I'm married. Anybody else married? Then you know, being married is different than Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is different if you're married. It's basically the same thing. Right? It's true. Being married means yelling, "Happy Valentine's Day!" through the bathroom door. Yeah. We're going to go out to eat. You know, hopefully get lucky. Now, if you're married, getting lucky on Valentine's Day means that somebody remembered their reading glasses for the menus. On the other hand, it's easier to give gifts, right? You've spent your life around this woman. You should know a little something about her. Should be easier to give a gift. And I did a great thing this time. I'm all set. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to sprinkle rose petals all over the bathroom floor so nobody can see all the old dental flaws. That's right. It's because I'm a thinker. I'm a thinker. That's right. Did you guys see that Chevy has a pickup truck called Colorado? The Colorado, named for our fair state. Yeah, which is very flattering, right? And of course, it's all set up. You know, it's brand spanking new. The glove box already completely stuffed with Doritos. Yeah, because they know how we are now that pot is legal here. They beefed up the air conditioning. They got a super filter in there. Filters out 99.3% of all non-pot smoke air. Which is nice of them. It's healthy. They know sitting on your butt for a long time is unhealthy. They took out the driver's seat. It's just a Stairmaster. That part's like, the good news, though, it's awesome for having sex. Yeah, finest Corinthian vinyl seats, but they have raised lettering so that when you're done, your butt says Mile High Club. That's thinking. It's care for the customer, don't you think? Yeah, I do. World's going to shit, right? You guys have been following these ISIS psychos?
Yeah.
Right? Taking over part of the Mideast. They're not even a country, killing people. Not even a country, but they've already put in an application for the next Olympics. Which is bullshit, right? They're not even a country, but they're already a gold medal contender for the pickup truck AK-47 biathlon. Russia still trying to invade Ukraine spontaneously. I have a plan for that. I said we could stop that right here. All we have to do is disguise the border to Ukraine with a bunch of fireworks stands because nobody wants to invade Wyoming. Did they write back to me? No. Whatever. Whoever's president next is going to have to deal with all that crap. And who the hell is going to be president? Right? I mean, we still have, a lot of people are looking at Jeb Bush because he's still got a pulse.
Boo.
I know. And imagine how pissed off Dick Cheney is when he found out a pulse was a requirement. And they're looking harder at the presidential candidates now, too. They're like, all right, if we elect this guy, who are they going to bring in their cabinet? Like, who are they going to pick for defense secretary? Right? Who's the next person who's going to take us into a war? I think Hillary she'd be doing pretty cool. I bet she'd pick somebody like Colin Powell. Right? Crazy psycho Rick Perry from Texas. He's looking at George Zimmerman. Just let that wash over you. Let it wash on by. Whoever they are, they're going to have to deal with student loans. Student loan debt is completely out of control. Student loan debt is so bad that the average age of our bank robbers has dropped to 23 and a half. They asked the teller what the description is. Like, could you describe the robber, please? Well, he looked like a really skinny, stylish lumberjack. Guys with beards, tight jeans. Not exactly like John Bueno, but close. Close like that. Hipsters, you know, trying to pay off their student loans. And I don't blame them a single bit. I don't even think it would be that bad. Why? If we have a better class of bank robbers, all right, for one thing, the robbery note gets spelled right. Yeah, and it's got emoticons and hashtags. Hashtag hands up. Hashtag I know, right? Hashtag hurry up, winter is coming. It wouldn't be so bad. Nobody would get hurt. The only tellers who would get shot are any of them who think that net neutrality is a bad idea. And we could lose them. That's okay. The one thing I like the most, though, finally, after decades and decades of jacked up bank robberies, finally we're going to get somebody who's going to hold the gun right side up. God, that pisses me off. Or completely upside down because hipsters are ironic. All right, I'm James Amos. You guys have been a great